Oddity fine! I got some economic hawks, a gin and tonic on the rocks, where angels fear to tread. I say, choose your booze, let's hit the red eye! Think of young Diana Durbin and how she sung on rum and bourbon, or enhance your luncheon hour with a planter's punch and a whiskey sour. If you feel like a wreck, try a horse's neck or a sherry with a cherry in the new finer size. If you don't name your poison, I'll have to get the boys in. The spirit of adventure opens one's eyes.
Middleton, are we prepared?
Of course we are. We are always prepared.
Well then, I am ready to read this. This story is called Fluttershy Gets a Backrub,
By a returning author, Haze-man,
who made a personal request.
of one of his own stories.
Yes.
And, well, while we don't do this often and we're not going to read every story you request to us, this was actually funny enough that we had to do it.
Well, he checked it out. Me, I've been busy doing architect things.
We've all been busy. But this is a short one. It's only 1,200 words even. So, we're just going to get through it.
All right then. This chapter is called Rub Rub.
The only chapter.
Fluttershy gets a back rub. Twilight had finished her studies for the afternoon. Spike was already fast asleep, and she was headed to the ground floor of the library to close for the day. Before she could reach the bottom step, the door flew open. A shy, sunshine-colored Pegasus ran in, slamming the door behind her.
Twilight, I need your help!
Papa Unicorn ran over to her friend, but before she got too close, Fluttershy jumped into the corner.
Don't get behind me!
This was puzzling. What could have stirred her into this frenzy? Was there something wrong with her plot? Was this all about her tail extensions? Twilight put a reassuring hoof on Fluttershy's shoulder. Fluttershy shrieked at the top of her lungs, as if she had stepped on her hoof.
No! Not the shoulders! Anything but the shoulders! I'm sorry, it's difficult to do a yelling Fluttershy because her entire voice is defined by how quiet she is.
Meh.
Oh well.
Proceeding.
Whoa! What happened? I'm sorry, but please tell me what's wrong.
Fluttershy composed herself.
Twilight, it's awful. I got 5 marriage proposals today, but I don't know who they're from because they were all behind me when they said them. What?
Waka chicka, waka chicka, waka chicka, waka chicka, waka chicka, waka.
We are now contractually obligated to make this reference here. She's a goddamn succubus!
No, it does not work.
Why not?
Because, 1, she's not the instigator, 2, she's not trying to fuck anything freely, and 3, this doesn't work here. So, reference denied.
Fine.
Twilight jumped back.
How is that possible? Start from the very beginning.
In the beginning, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Sorry.
Skipper had several billion years, and here we are reading this.
Sniffling, Fluttershy sat down on the nearest cushion, being careful to never turn her back to Twilight.
You see, I've been getting sort of lonely.
Well, no shit with your personality.
No shit, Sherlock.
It's like,
Not that I don't have a lot of good friends, but I needed some, how do I put this, I needed some more physical attention from other ponies.
so you wanted sex. Okay.
I'm always pushing every pony away and I never get close to them.
Well, you just answered your own question as to why you're lonely.
Twilight gave a hesitant.
Go on. In the words of Jon Stewart.
It's like, so I went to Zecora's cabin in the Everfree Forest. I asked her something.
Asked her for something.
Yeah.
I asked her for something to make me more approachable.
If more pony contact you need to have, Just apply this magic suave.
Salve.
Whatever.
Salve.
Well, suave still applies.
Salve.
Whatever. Just apply this magic salve.
Is that all she said?
Puzzled, Twilight. Fluttershy let out a loud sigh.
No, there were a bunch of cryptic warnings as well, but I was too much of a dum-dum to listen.
Okay.
I got home, and before I could open the bottle, Angel Bunny jumped on my back and smashed my
Hellspawn.
smashed my saddlebags. The magic potion splashed all over my back.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm making this reference.
Go ahead.
Baby got back.
Anyway.
I apologize. I grew up on the internet, damn it. Anyway, continuing.
We're both creatures of the internet. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Anyway, moving right along.
I thought maybe it would still work, so I, sort of, went over to Sweet Apple Acres. I went looking for Big Mac. He's such a nice and strong pony, and very handsome. He was chopping firewood as usual. I got up the nerve to talk to him, but he was just busy and didn't seem to have any time to say 2 words to me.
Which ones? Yep or nope?
I turned to leave, but then he just dropped what he was doing and began massaging my shoulders. He had some very strong hooves. It was very relaxing. I thought to myself, oh, that feels good. He continued and began to say nice things to me. He was so charming. Before we knew it, he had asked me out on a date. I was so happy. I ran off before he could change his mind.
Wow, this is a long story in the voice of Fluttershy.
Go on.
It's like,
I ran down the path to Rarity's to tell her the good news. I was trotting down the street, minding my own business, when Pinkie Pie crept up behind me and started giving me a hug. I thought it was just Pinkie being Pinkie, so I didn't give it much attention. But I should have seen the signs. This is the first time I'd ever seen Pinkie confused by her own actions. Then I stopped at Rarity's boutique for some tea. We had such a great conversation. We talked for hours. And I'd forgotten about the incident with Pinkie Pie. But when I turned to leave, Rarity leapt across the table and began massaging my shoulders. Her hooves looked so delicate, but she was really rough. I spun around and confronted her, and she stopped. She apologized and said she didn't know what came over her. It seemed every time I turned, she would leap onto me again. So I started to get the impression that the potion had made my back most appealing.
oh, God.
Had made my back the most appealing, irresistible thing in all of Equestria. Sure enough, every pony in town was on my back. Mr. Cake couldn't keep his hooves off of me, and he got the business end of Mrs. Cake's rolling pin because of it. Ponies would leap through windows to get at my sweet shoulders. Before long, a crowd had formed behind me. I tried walking backwards, but a new crowd started from the other direction. I had no choice but to run here.
Fluttershy began to sniffle. Twilight assessed the situation.
And the stuff won't come off.
Wait, oh, this is Twilight.
And the stuff won't come off? Have you tried washing it off? I tried to go to the spa for a...
We apologize, Mentalgen. Out of nowhere, we just heard the sound of bells. We cannot explain it any more than you can.
When we made it, did you hear a bell ring? Go on.
Anyway, where was I?
I tried to go over to the spa for a hot soak or an exfoliating cleanser, but they keep giving me free massages over and over. I couldn't get away until their hooves were too sore to chase me. Isn't there a spell that can fix this?
Or a flamethrower.
That could work.
Zecora did teach me how to make a balm of ultimate removal.
Okay, I don't even want to know what that's meant for.
Well, clearly it's a paint stripper.
Yeah.
It should undo the effects of any topical potions, even those that won't wash off with water.
Twilight turned to the staircase. It was at that moment that another stampede was heard just outside Twilight's door. The door, still unlocked, flew open again, and this time Applejack jumped in and sealed the door behind her.
Twilight, I need your help!
Before Twilight could answer, Applejack noticed Fluttershy with the corner of her eye. She shrieked and jumped into the far corner.
Ah! Don't get behind me!
Twilight's head was swimming.
Applejack, what happened to you?
Applejack's panic was replaced with shame. She suddenly became small and told her tale.
I saw how all that potion worked for old Fluttershy when she sat ball this afternoon. I got sort of jealous.
Twilight had to prod her to continue.
Go on. Well, you see, I went and got one of those fancy smancy potions from Zecora. I was so excited I got real clumsy. When I got home, I dropped it. And before I could clean it up, I sort of tripped and sat in it. Well.
This is the most interesting conundrum.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Anyway.
Dennis! Wait, because she got a great ass! Anyway, continuing.
Isn't the proper term plot when dealing with ponies?
Who the fuck cares?
Obviously not us. It's like, okay, anyway, continuing. Yipes! Wait here. I'll set up the bomb.
Twilight darted out of the room. Fluttershy and Applejack each stood there facing each other. Their eyes locked, and they dare not turn lest show their backs to the other. Eventually, Applejack broke the silence with indignation.
So, I really go and stand out with my brother?
Well, I'd like to, if it's not too much trouble.
Applejack's stubbornness had picked up an unfortunate time to bubble to the surface.
Well, I won't have it. My brother has been shuffled around by persnickety?
Yeah.
Alright. My brother's been shuffled around by persnickety potions and spells once so often. Incident maturely notwithstanding.
Yep.
Very much withstanding, actually.
Yep.
I won't have you bewitch my brother of that. Sorry, I just realized something. Big Mac? Is Big Mac just an unfortunate victim of love potions?
Yes.
I feel sorry for him now. Kind of.
He's the poster child for potions and spells gone wrong. Proceeding.
Yeah, first it was Smarty Pants, then the Cheerily incident, now this.
Yeah.
Somewhere out there, there is a universe where everything is going just fine for Big Mac. We'll get to that universe later.
Yep.
Anyway, where was I? I won't have it. My brother's been shuffled around by persnickety potions and spells once too often. I won't have you bewitching my brother, and that's final!
The orange mare put her hoof down and turned her back on her friend. When Twilight came down the stairs, the damage was done. I cannot describe the thing she saw, but I can say she tried to rub the balm into her eyes. The end.
You know, with me being a creative writing major, and having an imagination necessary to update, wake up, see this, what, do every single day, I could make up an ending for you right now, if you want me to.
Don't.
Oh, why not?
First rule of horror. If you don't show it and you just hear it and you hear the reactions to it, it's much more potent and more powerful to imagine, because the most dangerous thing available to the human will, aside from the button, is the mind. The mind is the greatest enemy to any human being, because the mind will find 50 different ways to come up with something to explain a noise or a sound or a description to something that essentially doing it justice. Doing it justice is to leave it as is. An injustice would be served if a description was added. That is logic, is it not?
You know what? I don't even want to argue with you. But anyway, Haze-man, if you are willing, I can write the ending to this, if you so wish.
Story's complete.
Alright. Well, that was a short, fun read. We hope you enjoyed it.
One of the shorter ones we've read in a while.
Yeah, we don't.
Considering our usual fare of ultra long, ultra.
Yeah, we don't get very many short
Yes.
ones.
All right, Metal Gen. Well, tune in next time for a new
Epic
reading.
fanfic reading. Now, what will it be this time? Well, I'll just say this. Aside from the hints we gave at the end of Beating the Heat, I'll just say it's one of the all-time classics.
That, and also, I get more bit parts than just narrating the story this time. Ha!
Hey, you got to voice the Doctor, Blue Blood, Soren, and pretty much every other major character in Beating the Heat.
Well, bitch. Tune in next time.
Bye.
Oh yeah, 10 out of 10.
Oh, I give it 9.9.
Later.